Hello there everyone, welcome back, and I'm here to be talking about Ghost of Tsushima. Now, this is the newest game from Sucker Punch Productions, which, if you don't know who they are responsible for the series like Sly Cooper and Infamous. Those are their two main franchises that they've made. And earlier this year, Ghost of Tsushima, which is potentially going to be a new franchise for them, came out. And the reason, I'll just get this out of the way real quick, because I mentioned it briefly in my quarantine video, but the reason why I didn't review this game when it came out, because I was playing it a ton, I was having so much fun, but like I mentioned, there was a 20% chance of a main story mission or a side quest mission not popping up, and you would have to restart your entire game, which that happened to me. Which frustrated me so much, I decided to take a long break away from that game because I was so mad. And eventually they fixed it, so I was able to get my time and money's worth playing it. So now I can officially talk about it since I was able to get a lot of playtime in since then. So the game takes place pretty far in the past, and you play as the samurai Jin, and it's them trying to fend off like against the Mongols, led by an ancestor or grandson or whoever related to Genghis Khan. I think his name is Kodokan or something like that. It's really cool. And the game starts out with this epic battle on this beach, which pretty much sets the whole stage in motion, where your character, your main samurai, because the battle, let's just say, doesn't go that well, and you guys are left in like really small numbers. Your uncle, who is the lord, like basically the main person of the samurai, has been captured by the main bad guy, so you have to recruit other allies throughout your island. Like, it's kind of like an open world in a way, where you have to travel to 3 different districts to liberate the entire island, save your uncle, and then you have a bunch of other objectives to ultimately defeat the Mongols. And what makes it so much fun is, first off, I think the game is pretty fantastic because right off the bat, the gameplay is phenomenal. Like, the sword combat is really great. You're able to unlock so many different abilities and stuff. Like, they have side tales where you can unlock gear upgrades and rank up your legend and all that sorts of stuff. But also they have these things called mythic tales where you can learn stuff like the Heavenly Strike, where if you click specific buttons, it does like a dash attack. You can light your sword on fire. You can do like a dash attack. Like, there's different ways that you can use your sword. And of course you get a bow and arrow as well. You get poison darts. You get all sorts of weapons that you can use at your arsenal to defeat the threat of the game, which is really cool. And another thing too is they have duels in this game, which there are a ton of those, and those are all really fun and really great. There's some main story ones, and there's also some side ones. Lots of great character moments that they have planned out throughout the game. And of course, everyone else, like, there's different ways you can play this game. You can play it in normal color, you know, how a lot of people did it. Or this is what I did, because I think this is what they wanted. You could play it in black and white, and it's like in Japanese dialogue as well. And I think it's supposed to be in reference to this one old Japanese filmmaker, which I played the game like that because I think that that's what they wanted and intended. So I wanted to honor what they were going out for. And so I played it like that, and it felt like such a fresh experience because there isn't really that many games that you can play in black and white that I can think of. So to play a game like that, which is so fun, so entertaining, really great performances throughout. Like, I haven't really heard that many of the English performances because I played it in Japanese, but I will say the Japanese dialogue and performances were phenomenal across the board. I think all of them did a fantastic job. This is, again, one of the major games competing with Last of Us 2, Doom Eternal, and all these other great games up there for the Game Awards for many categories, and it's deserving. My only critique, personally, was, again, that bug, how a game this massive and all has an issue where you can't play main story missions. Like, that was an issue, was mind-boggling to me. And that did affect my gameplay personally, because it made me have to restart the whole game again, and it got me really frustrated. And I'm not the only one that's happened to. I have a lot of other friends and people that I heard about happened to as well. So this was a big enough issue for them to fix, but it took them so long to fix it, if they even did, or if I just got lucky. That was a critique. As well as, what's great is they add a multiplayer, but there isn't that much to do with the multiplayer. It's like a co-op of 4-man survivor where you can survive waves of enemies, or you could do a story with a second friend, and it's like its own story section on the multiplayer. But again, that's something they added, which is pretty nice. So that means that you can come back and play the game more and more if you beat it, which a lot of people have. And they even added New Game Plus where you can play it with everything maxed out. So I really do like the content that they've added at the game since it came out. So that probably is a good thing that I didn't talk about when I did, because I was able to talk about all these other great things that they added in the game to keep you coming back to play it more and more. And another thing is they also have these fox dens, they have bamboo strikes, and they have all these other things, like a bunch of collectible type of stuff to upgrade your health, to get these resources or resolves, whatever they're called, which basically you can heal yourself up. It's like a stem basically to heal yourself up. And all of those are pretty good except the bamboo strikes, because as you can see, it's really difficult. That one, it doesn't seem that bad, but they only give you like 2 seconds to hit all the buttons in that specific order, and then you have to refresh every time if you fail. So that stuff in particular is really frustrating. Also, there was some really, like, I would talk spoilers, but I just have a feeling like a lot of people, if they had the same issues as me, they're still playing the game, so I don't want to dive into too many spoilers. But there are some moments in this game that are really shocking, both story-wise and just there's really emotional beats in this game that really I still think about, that I think is really incredible for them to make a game like this type of, like how it's centered around this stuff, take place so long ago and make people love it and care about it so much. I think that's truly remarkable that they did a really great job in that aspect. And also I want to mention the score. I think like the music is really great. I really love the music beats because it's a lot of sad type of tunes throughout, but whenever it needs to be like epic and grand, it does that. And I really do appreciate it. So overall, I think I talked about enough with this game. This game, like everyone has been saying, is great. It's a whole lot of fun. The combat's amazing. Performances, at least Japanese-wise, because that's what I played in, are terrific. It looks phenomenal. It plays great. It has a really solid multiplayer they added, New Game Plus, and a lot of stuff that I think people that are part of the culture and stuff can really relate to and really appreciate. So again, great stuff and great for representation as well and all sorts of awesomeness. But yeah, with all that said, those are my thoughts on Ghost of Tsushima. Again, have any of you guys played this game yet, or have you been waiting to see if it goes on sale or something, or were you skeptical about getting it? Please let me know down below in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to hit the subscribe button, that would be pretty awesome as well, and hit the bell as well to get notified when I upload. Again, thank you all so much for watching this late game review, but I did want to talk about it since I did put so many hours into it and I had a blast with it. But thank you all again, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye!